You know, there's one thing we usually realize way too late. The people around you, they're either your jet engine or your anchor. And if you feel like you're stuck in one place right now, just take a good look at the people you high five every single day. I spent a long time trying to make excuses for people. I thought, well, everyone has bad days. We all make mistakes, right? But then I realized something simple. A real friend isn't just someone you have fun with, it's the person who has your back when you're falling into a pit. I remember this one time. I was in a really dark place. School was a mess, sports weren't going anywhere, and my parents were getting on my nerves over every little thing. Nothing was working out. I told my group of friends about it, people I've been hanging out with for years. And you know what they did? Nothing. They just stayed silent. And a second later, they went right back to laughing and talking like I hadn't said a word. I started walking a bit slower, and I asked myself, why am I even here? These people never actually supported me. I was just there to fill a seat. Then I just stopped walking. They kept going, they didn't even notice. I turned around and walked the other way. I sat down on a bench in a quiet spot, and I realized being alone felt amazing. It took them 30 minutes to realize I was gone. When they finally called, I just said I went home and apologized for not saying goodbye. But after that day, I was done. I cut them off. Well, mostly. I kept it to a minimum because we lived so close. But that's when I finally got it. Some people don't just forget to help you, they actually enjoy seeing you lower than them. There's a type of person that acts like a weight on your ankles. You want to start something new, you want to change, make money, be better, and they try to pull you back into the mud. Why bother? Let's just chill and waste time instead. They're scared. Scared that you'll move forward and leave them behind. So instead of growing with you, they do everything to make sure you stay small. And then you have the users. They only show up when they need something. Send me the homework. Can I borrow some cash? And you help because that's how you were raised, because you think they're your friends. But the moment you need help, suddenly they're the busiest people on earth. They start making these lame excuses. They won't give you a single second of their time. To them, you're just a free service. I once lent a friend a bit of money. He said he'd pay me back in a few days. I waited. A week, 2 weeks. I kept reminding him, and all I got was, "Sorry, man, I'm broke right now." It wasn't a huge amount, so I didn't stress it. But then I ordered a package. I spent all my money on it, and I realized I was short for the shipping fee. I called him again. I told him, "Look, I really need that money back now." And he tells me, "Just borrow it from someone else." I lost it. Why should I go into debt because some jerk won't give me back my own money? I told him to go borrow it himself since he's the one who owes me. He just said he didn't have it and hung up. I took a breath. I went out for a walk just to clear my head, and I saw him. He was standing by a car with some other guys, drinking beer and eating pizza. Right then, I knew. He had the money the whole time. He just didn't want to give it back. My own money to my face. The worst part? You know the person is trash, but you keep hanging out with them. You know why? Because you're scared of losing a friend. You think a bad friend is better than no friend at all. But that's a lie. A bad friend is poison. They kill your self esteem, drop by drop, every single day. You waste your energy on people who don't deserve you, and then you have nothing left for the people who would actually stay by your side. It's time to grow up. We often mistake old memories for real friendship. We think, but we went to school together, or we grew up on the same street. We cling to people just because of the past. But listen, you're not that kid from the neighborhood anymore. You're growing, you're changing, and they hate that because your growth reminds them of their own laziness. They aren't just not helping, they are secretly hoping you fail. Because if you succeed, they have to admit they're losers. Your failure makes them feel safe. Friendship isn't about how many years you've known someone, it's about what they do for you right now. If they're pulling you down, let go of the rope. If they laugh at your pain, close the door. If they only use you, delete the number. Yeah, it'll feel weird at first. Yeah, you'll be alone for a while. But that is a million times better than being surrounded by traitors. Clear the space around you, and that's when the real ones show up. The people who won't make excuses, the people who won't talk trash behind your back, the ones who actually give a damn. Stop feeding the people who want to see you lose. Cut them out. Trust me, it's the best thing you'll ever do for yourself. And don't worry about what they think. It's your life, your choice. Good luck.